So if you want to scale, of course, you can jump to Chamber of Commerce, or you can jump to networking, or you can attend the Club Global's Accelerator, or you can meet Toni, because Toni, he knows how to grow, how to build teams, and how to build sales machines. So today we have this amazing opportunity to hear from the more than 20 years of experience and 5 books written, I remembered. So please welcome our speaker, Toni Keskinen, co-founder and CPO of 180 EOPS. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 180 Ops is here. So, about data chaos. Today I'm going to be talking about the fact that how technology and data is actually currently pulling us apart instead of bringing us together. How we are challenged with data and what kind of troubles and challenges salespeople actually have. Then I'm going to give you a sneak peek of tip of an iceberg of what kind of solutions and answers 180 Ops can deliver. And finally, what does these answers, what do they actually mean for the organization? When we think about the technology in sales, this is just the landscape of sales technology and sales development technology. We are no longer in a situation where data would be a problem. Data availability is not a problem. Making sense of data, on the other hand, is a major problem. Right now, salespeople are in average using 10 different technologies from opportunity recognition to final closing. 10 different technologies. Well, 70% of salespeople also feel overwhelmed because of this technological challenge. Of those people who are feeling overwhelmed, half are less likely to make their quota. If we think about how management is, how goals and KPIs are created, management team goes into a room, makes macroeconomic analysis and comes to conclusion that we will now grow next year 10%. Now that's a number that is then being pushed down the organization, and eventually sales guy gets a goal and he looks at his customers and sees a sea of opportunities, but he's alone in terms of finding out where exactly he's going to make that quota. Well, this challenge also shows that when we are feeling that management doesn't understand what's happening in the sales user interface, the salespeople actually meeting customers, only 38% of salespeople feel understood. They feel that management understands them, understands their challenges. Many people also feel that they are alone with the challenges and there's lacking cultural engagement. And on the total number of people who plan to stay at this company is only 34%. 66% don't plan to stay with the company. Now, if we think about this challenge, we know from Finland that the average tenure of a salesperson is 1 year, 9 months. The average break-even time is 2 years, 3 months. In average, replacing lost salespeople is a counterproductive endeavor. We definitely need to change the ways how we support salespeople to become profitable faster, how we can keep salespeople longer and help them succeed in their work. And this is where 180 Ops comes into play. Business is like, if we think about the everyday living of salespeople, you have a sea of opportunities, but it feels like you are fishing without a sonar. And what you need is somebody or something to really dig into that data and give you a view of those opportunities. How can I make my quota? How can I make my expectations? And that's where 180 Ops comes into play. It's really about making sense of the data in a way that is actionable. the complicated data that is there needs to be transformed into something that really gives you answers. Now it feels like you're fishing with a sonar. What this data tells us is that what is the net sales on rolling 12 months billing per each individual offering. This demo example is from a telco operator which has 4 subsidiaries, and each of those subsidiaries have different offerings to sell. Now, the potential on the right-hand side tells you that where are the cross-selling and upselling opportunities. If you are a salesperson responsible for raising, for example, selling 2.5 million of new revenue per year, now this table is giving you answers. In this company, in these offerings, you have the opportunity to make your quota. And if we think about a slightly longer or higher version of how sales organizations are being structured, we have this current best practice of creating this type of pyramid. On top you have A customers, they are few, 5 to 10% of total customers, and they represent majority of the revenue. Now B accounts, on the other hand, less companies, more companies but less revenue, and then C and D. The challenge with this is that it's 100% historical number. It doesn't tell anything about the future. And we need to get into those opportunities, recognize the possibilities and how they are hiding. And they are hiding in plain sight. If we analyze any given company's current data, it gives us a view like this. Majority of customers are only using 1 or 2 offerings from the portfolio. This means that those customers represent 80% of total customers, but their average revenue per account is really low. These customers, 35,000 of them, only represent 12 million in overall sales. Fast forward to 19 offerings. So there's only 322 customers using 19 offerings, but their contribution is almost 70 million. And the average revenue per account is $210,000. So where are the opportunities then? They are hiding amongst those 1 and 2 offering users. And when we think about how then sales is being structured, all the sales guys are being put on the right-hand side to the customers that are currently bringing a lot of money, but it doesn't tell you anything about the future growth. We want to replace the pyramid with this table. On the lines, there is the current level of invoicing. So new business targets on the bottom and more than 1 million in revenue on the top. But those customers on top are not the same. On the left-hand side, those 62 customers have more than 1 million in invoicing, but there's nothing to upsell or cross-sell to them. On the other hand, there's 82 on the top right corner that already have more than 1 million in invoicing, but there's more than 1 million to grow more. And where the companies totally fail is on the right bottom corner, 820 customers with less than 100K in current value, but more than 1 million to grow. If we think about people, on the other hand, what kind of people are best suited to do the farming customers, do the strategic accounts, or to go after these 820 customers that have more than 1 million in average goal? It's a different profile of people who are best suited to do that. And that's where we actually can help people to be pointed into the role that is best suited for them. And we can deliver them with quotas and expectations that are matched with the customers they are taking care of. This is not something small. We are actually talking about really significant things. The Holy Trinity of sales performance has always been, for the past 30 years, it has been about quantity, direction, and quality. About targeting the customers that have most revenue opportunities at the right time. Now, that has a meaning that your productivity-wise, you are capable of turning more meetings into deals. You are, for example, recognizing opportunities in your existing accounts, which means that it's always easier to cross-sell to existing accounts than winning completely new accounts. So it's really about creating productivity and growth by recognizing who to target, when to target, and why. And these are millions of dollars and euros of questions, even for small teams. The other side of the coin is retention. Companies are getting less and less loyal in terms of customer relationships. And when you are capable of recognizing what are the reasons why you are losing customers to churn, you are actually capable of mitigating those risks and recognizing which companies are such that you simply can't afford to lose them. There could be, for example, that the customer currently has like 400 Ks in an annual billing, but they have 12 million in upsells and cross-sales potential. You definitely can't afford to lose that account. You need to take and nurture that account and take them to the growth cycle instead of letting them go. Major questions. And when we look at what does this really mean for people? When we are asking people to deliver goals to us, and we are giving them goals and KPIs, when we are also supporting them by giving them tools that make it much more likely for them to perform better, bringing the people together, having the shared view of reality, having the shared situational awareness, where are the priorities, where are the opportunities, where are the risks, how do we take these into consideration? It really brings people together. It's a perfect foundation for OKR, agile operating models, really collaborating with different peoples together. And that's how we are in our role. We are supporting people. We are enabling them to thrive in their roles in sales and management and marketing, and supporting them in their growth path. Now, we will be here. We are here with a booth, and now you saw a tip of an iceberg of the value and help we can offer. In case you're interested in seeing deeper, please meet us at the booth, and we can show you a demo and discuss further. Thank you very much.